What do you feel? Do you feel anything?
Yeah, I do.
What do you feel?
I feel like a burst of energy.
Okay. Where is it coming from?
Um, I don't know.
You
I
know
feel
now.
like
Where do you feel it coming from?
I feel no, I feel like a rush. I feel like I feel like I'm in a rush. Like speed.
Do you feel like you're in a rush to go somewhere?
No. Like I feel like I'm in space. It looks like a
Okay.
galaxy. And I'm traveling at super high speeds and things are just coming at me. Coming at me like they're like um
You pass me by?
I don't know,
Like
I
in,
don't know.
like in a car, it's passing you by like that? Fast?
No. Mm-mm. It's like I'm in a galaxy. It's dark. I'm in a galaxy. I see lights like all around me. I see shooting lights passing right by me. It seems like it's gonna hit me, but it's not. It's just going right by me. Like like uh
Is
like
it because you,
like bursts of energy and then it has like a almost like a shooting star.
is it because you're going so fast?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel it right now? How do you feel in space?
How do I feel? Um,
Are you
I'm
worried?
taking it all in.
Okay.
I don't feel like I'm a human. I don't.
What do you feel like? Look at your feet and your hands. What do they look like?
Uh,
Are they etherical maybe? Maybe they're not solid.
I don't see solid. Mm-mm.
Are you a light being as well?
I don't even know what I am.
Let's tap in and find out. What are you? What do you feel? Tap in and find out. What do you feel, male or female or androgynous or no gender?
No gender.
And what plane of field are you in at this time? Do you know
I
what
see what
dimension?
looks like a almost like a moon is shaped like a moon, but it's like a orangey, like a red orangey color.
And what is this you're explaining?
It's like a moon, but it's not.
Is it a planet?
It looks like it can be a planet. I'm
See
seeing
if
a
you,
whole, I'm seeing like, I'm passing by and I'm seeing a lot of different planets. I feel like I'm in a galaxy and I'm just looking in awe at all these different planets.
wow.
There's things that's coming like right by me, like they look like shooting stars. Like, you know, in the when you see it in the sky and it, you know, what a shooting star looks like,
Yes.
it looks
Yes.
like a shooting star, but you know, there one's coming like right by my, it feels like my ear is so close, but it's not hitting me. I
Are
feel
you
like I'm
able
going against it.
are you able to connect with any of it? The moon, the stars, the shooting stars, the environment? Are you able to connect telepathically, emotionally, energetically with any of it?
I feel excitement. I feel awe. I'm just looking around.
Are you able to communicate with any of the energies, or are you on a ship? Are you by yourself? Are you the nothingness floating?
Yeah. Uh,
You're just observing. You're just the observer.
yeah. Mm.
And so where do you go from there?
I see this planet. Oh,
Are you able to connect with this planet? Are you able to speak to the planet telepathically or emotionally or energetically in any way? Try and communicate with the planet as we right now, as the nothingness.
looks like water.
The planet seems like water,
Yeah, it looks like water.
a
Looks
water
like
planet.
it looks the way that this planet looks like, it's like the way it looks like, it's like when the moon hits the ocean at nighttime, the reflection of it. This is what this planet looks like. It
Oh
looks
wow.
like it looks like it's this planet looks like it's a reflection of the moon hitting the water. It looks like that all around this planet. But I don't, you know, I don't see a moon, but this is what the planet looks like.
Are you headed towards that planet right now?
Yeah.
Okay, go towards that planet and speak to it. Speak to the planet, see what it wants or why you're there, or you know, try to communicate energetically. Ask a question. Who are you?
Arkin?
I'm sorry, what did it
Arkin?
say?
Arkin.
Arkin.
Arkin. Arkin. Arkin. Arkin.
Ask it to explain a little bit more. Why are we here, Arkin? Can you tell us more?
Hmm. Hmm.
Are you able to communicate?
Oh wow. Like I'm seeing like this sun, this type of sun that's emerging, and it's super bright.
Is this the sun, our sun, or sun? Is this the same being, Arkin?
No, just it looks like it's a sun. It looks like it looks like I'm in a completely different solar system. These planets look different. I'm in a completely different solar system. There's a
Do
planet. It's a planet that looks like a sponge. It's round, but it has like the color and the texture of like those uh, like those big sponges and those car washes that are like orangey, yellow, orangey. This planet is this color and it has like the holes like a sponge.
Oh, like like the craters in the moon?
Yeah. But it's orange. Oh wow. Hmm.
That's beautiful. That's good. That's beautiful. And you would say that at this time you're not on a ship, you don't have any gender, and you don't have any form, correct?
Correct.
So would you say this is your higher self already in its highest state?
Yeah. No.
No. It's a different existence?
Yeah. It's like I'm like the solar system.
Well, there you go.
That's what it's like. Like
Yes.
how wind is to earth, that's how I am
A
in
form
this
of
solar
protection?
system.
Your form of protection, is that correct?
A form of protection.
Yes. Do you protect as the observer?
Um,
Do you feel that way?
I feel like I keep balance.
Okay.
That's what it feels like.
In what way would you say you keep balance?
Um, Balance as in if things are too quiet, I disrupt. If things are too disrupt, I bring quiet. I bring peace. It's like I'm an observer within the solar system, but My job is to create balance, balance among the planets.
Beautiful. So were you born into this as
Yes,
the nothingness? So you're
yes,
simply consciousness. You're
yes,
consciousness at your highest perspective, and you have a lifetime in the sky and the stars and the solars, and you're just bringing you are bringing forth balance and structure as well.
yes, yes.
A keeper, would you say that as well?
Keeper, record keeper. Yes, yes.
With
Observer,
mhm.
observer, record keeping, and an instilling balance.
What's your name? What would we call you?
Oh.
Tap in now. You know who you are as the consciousness.
It's like I feel everything. Yeah.
Because you
It's
are
like
everything.
I feel everything. I feel everything. I see everything. And I observe everything within this planet, or not planet, this system. It feels like I'm a solar system. And at first I thought I was an observer, but then as I feel like these shooting stars rushing towards me, I feel it, but it causes me no pain. And it's because I am it.
You are the galaxy, correct?
I
Yes.
am it. Yes, 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 yes.
And that's why you are the record keeper. So you are the Akashic records. Would you say that?
Um,
Or more vast than that?
mm, no, vast.
Infinite, expansive.
Yes, yes, expansive. Yes,
There's no naming it. There's no name. It's
no,
just is.
yes, yes.
Because it's too expansive. Yes, exactly.
I watch, I feel everything.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I check on all the planets.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Mm,
Is there a particular area in this vastness that is important or feels like home, or is it all just oneness?
it's oneness. I have my favorite. You're not. I. I have a
You have,
favorite. I have a. I'm not supposed to have favorites.
okay. Okay. So if you don't want to get into that, we don't have to. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have favorites because it's all oneness. It's a vast system. If you start having favorites, you start seeing things less in a unity, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's beautiful. Would you say favorites is more of a human perspective?
Yes.
Okay, because we sit in duality, whereas that's perspective is a vast unison, vast and united as one.
Yes.
Are you able to tell us more at this time?
No.
Okay, beautiful. As this consciousness now, do you transition or do you simply know what to just move on and separate to move on to the next lifetime? How does it work for you?
I move on to a different lifetime.
Okay, beautiful. Let's go ahead and let's move on now to the next lifetime that is the most healing for Christina in this lifetime. The most favorable and most healing lifetime that is relevant to her lifetime now.
Oh. Mm. Yes.
Or does the higher self wish to speak?
Sophia.
Mother Sophia,
Sophia is my name.
beautiful. Are you her higher self?
No.
Okay, is this the lifetime?
Yes.
Okay. Explain to me, Sophia. Are
I
you
have long
human?
brown hair. Long brown hair. I always kept it in a bun. How I grew up, always look presentable. Always look your best. We didn't have much money, but I always took pride in how I looked.
Beautiful. How old are you, Sophia?
25.
Oh, wow, very young. Are you married or do you live with your family?
I live with my family in Italy.
Beautiful. What year is this?
1886.
Wow, beautiful. Where in Italy do you live? Are you in Sicily?
I'm in
Do you know?
Sicily.
Beautiful. How many siblings do you have?
3.
You have both your parents.
Yes.
Explain the day in the life of Sophia. What
My
do you do
dad
in the
was a hard
morning?
worker. He always worked automotives. Mom was a homemaker. It's me as the middle child. Sam, my younger brother. Charlotte. Charlotte, my older sister. My mom always baked bread. She knew how much I loved the smell of bread. We were very excited. We didn't have much money growing up, but we made it work.
Nice. Tell me more, Sophia.
Mhm. My sister and I, we would fight constantly.
What'd you fight about?
Toys, food, my father's attention.
Mm.
She was the favorite.
What would make you say that?
She was the pretty one.
So you feel people had
Everyone
more.
always gravitated towards her. I
Mm.
tried my best to look like her, but I wasn't. I wasn't like Charlotte. It was like that in our teenage years, young adult years. I'd never measure up no matter how much I tried.
Do you recognize Charlotte in the lifetime of Christina by any chance?
Yes, yes.
Who is Charlotte in this lifetime for Christina? Who do you feel she would be in this lifetime, in Christina's life?
Everyone who's critical, everyone who casts judgment,
Oh, so Charlotte represents
everyone who
circumstance.
misunderstands.
Okay, I see. I see. Wow, that's powerful. Okay. Do they ever become friends and uh, outgrow any of this?
No.
She never mends her wounds with her sister.
No.
All right. Tell me about other relationships in Sophia's life.
Well, Peter.
Who's Peter?
Peter was my young love. We were young when we met. 16, 17. Met him at the supermarket. He purchased me an apple. It was a red apple. I didn't want to talk to him at first. He looked greasy, dirty. He looked like he had just come from work. But he had a charm about him. He had a nice smile. He was charming. He made me laugh.
Beautiful. What else?
We grew close. We dated. He went off to fight in a war, and I went to be a nurse. That was my first heartbreak.
How many years would you say you guys were together?
A year. When
Okay.
he went off to fight, he would write me letters. I looked forward to them, and slowly they would stop. Navy. He wanted to be in the Navy. Navy. He was on
And
ships.
he was a Navy SEAL?
I don't know about Navy SEAL. He was on ships.
Okay.
Water. He was away for a very long time. He'd write me letters. I would help take care of the sick, the old, the injured. Hmm.
Was that in the military as well, or just the hospitals?
Hospitals.
Okay. Did you guys grow separate, or did you finally come together?
Oh, we go separate, and then one day, there was this man I didn't quite recognize. He was pretty beat up. He had lost one eye or bandaged one eye. The other side of his face was covered with blood. Seemed like he was injured really, really bad. And there were rolls like where the sick laid in the room. In a room, there would be beds in the rooms, and I'd have to go bed to bed and bandage, bandage the hurt people. A lot of men came in. There was war. Peter had come, not to see me, but well, he didn't know where he was one of the injured. I was happy to see him. It had been so long since I'd seen him, and I was sad to see him that way. I tried to keep him in high spirits. I could always make him laugh. I was the funny one between us two. I was always the funny one.
Tell me more.
I tried to bandage him as best as I could. He had suffered really bad injuries. So I knew it was just a matter of time, but I would at least keep his spirits uplifted. Mm.
So you guys had a very good connection for the most part.
Mm. Yes, he was my friend. He was my first love.
Beautiful. Did you go on and have any children?
No.
Mm,
Mm.
okay. Beautiful. What happened next in your life, Sophia, after your first love?
I went to become a nurse. Mm. I did get married.
And did you have any children?
Two.
A boy and a girl? Or
Thomas and Sarah.
beautiful, beautiful. How long were you married?
25 years.
Wow. Did he pass away or was there a divorce?
No, he didn't pass away.
Okay.
He mm, he left me for my sister, Charlotte.
How did you find out? How's that possible?
He told me. He
Did
said
he
that
tell
he
you?
didn't. He said he didn't love me. He said he wasn't in love with me anymore. He was in love with another woman. He wouldn't tell me who.
How did you find out it was your sister?
I followed him.
And found out it was your sister.
Yes.
Did you confront the two of them?
Yes.
And what did she have to say about that?
She said she was a better woman and he was happier with her.
How did you feel? How did that make you feel?
Low.
What did you do?
I went back to my children. I moved and tried to start a new life.
Did your parents know? Did anyone in your family know?
Eventually, they found out, but in the beginning, it was a secret. Hmm. I don't think she ever loved him. I think it was an attempt to get back at me.
For what?
Just to see that she could.
So you think she pursued him, not the other way around?
Yes, yes. She always reminded me I was second best. This was no different.
Wow. Did you remarry or you just stayed with your children?
No, stay with my children.
Beautiful. Let's let's move forward, fast forward in that lifetime to the moment that Sophia transitions and find out who's around you when you are ready to transition.
My children, my grandchildren.
How do you feel at that moment?
I'm at peace. I feel supported. I feel loved.
Beautiful. What would you say that life lesson was about?
Mm. Oh. Learning how to please oneself. From a very young age, constantly fighting for attention, father's attention, attention from others, having to worry about the attention that I had but was stolen by my sister. Ah, I always felt second best. And as a result, overcompensated, people pleasing, living for others instead of living for myself.
Beautiful. Move on now. Let's go on now. Let's leave that lifetime alone. I'm sending Sophia, Charlotte, and everyone else in that lifetime love. Because every lifetime represents a lesson that the soul has learned. Let's move on now to the next lifetime, or the higher self can speak.
Mm. Mm.
Do you feel you have transitioned as Sophia into another lifetime?
Yes.
What lifetime is this?
Mm.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Have you come into a lifetime yet?
Yes. Rushla. Rushla. That's my name.
Are you masculine or female?
Female.
What country?
Mm. Atlantis.
Beautiful. Are you human in Atlantis?
Mm. Yes, no. Uh, have human features or similar features, but not quite. It's some
Would you say you're humanoid? Human, would you what we call humanoid? Human-like features, but not quite human.
yes.
Tell me more. How old are you?
I'm 19. 19.
Oh, fairly young. What do you do? Are you in high school and college? Or do you have a profession or a skill?
I travel. I explore. And I write.
During your traveling and exploring, are you exploring Atlantis itself?
Yes, it's absolutely beautiful.
Is it underwater or on land?
Underwater. Sometimes I'd swim up to the very, very top just to see what it looks like above water.
What does it look like?
Nothing like Atlantis. It looks bare in comparison, dull, depressing.
So, would you say you're a mermaid?
Mm, yes,
Do you have so you have fins? Do you have human body and you have fins? You don't have legs.
yes. I uh I would breathe on my side. My side. I have gills. That's how I'd breathe.
Are you originally from the ocean? Are you a human on land and go into the ocean?
No, originally from the ocean.
So when you say you travel, then you travel all over in the ocean.
Yes.
So
Travel
Atlantis.
all over in the ocean, underneath. Sometimes I would poke my head above water, just to see where I was at and look at the surroundings. Then I'd go back down.
Do you see land when you poke up, when you look up?
Yes, lots of rocks, like rocks like big, big boulders, canyon like.
Do you see trees or anything?
No trees. See, it's surrounded by big boulders,
Mm.
big rocks.
So you're in the center of the ocean. You're not by land.
No,
You're far into the ocean, away from people. There's no
yes,
humans where you're at.
yes.
So how do you know you're in Atlantis? Because there's an Atlantis on Earth as well. You're in Atlantis in the ocean?
The ocean. In the
Tell me
ocean, it's a whole city.
tell me
Crystal,
more.
crystal like turquoise lake,
Are you on
huge, huge
Earth?
cities.
Are you on Earth? Are you on planet Earth?
Planet Earth, planet. No, no,
No. What
no.
planet are you on? Do you know?
Pin, pin, Pinali, Pinali.
Oh, you're deep into the galaxies on the other side. Okay, I see. Yes, that's a planet all its own, really. Okay, tell us more about Atlantis. And why is it called Atlantis?
The part where I lived was called Atlantis.
Why? Why was it called Atlantis?
Had this turquoise crystal like blue.
Your oceans were clear like the Caribbean oceans.
Yes,
They're
very pretty.
beautiful. Yeah, I can see it. I'm closing my eyes. I see. Every so often I'm picking up on what you're picking up on. I'm trying to understand what would be the difference between Atlantis from Bengali, Atlantis from the earth, Atlantis from the water, Atlantis from the land. Because what makes it Atlantis? What does the name Atlantis mean? Do you understand what I'm asking? Would you know at this time?
Mm, no,
Okay, that's fine. Speak of Atlantis. Speak of where you're at.
mm, it's gorgeous. It's like every different shade of blue imaginable. But then when you look at it at a certain light, it's like a gold or rainbow 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 reflection. Rainbow
Beautiful.
reflection
And this would be underwater, correct?
underwater. A big city underwater.
Mm. What were your buildings made of? Your city, what was it made of?
like they it look like crystals, but uh, but it was strong. Yeah, strong.
So it sparkled, I imagine, under the water.
Yeah, very sparkly with a reflection. Reflection looked uh, uh, like a metallic with gold. Mm.
Beautiful.
Mm.
When you travel, did you did you like what cities did you visit?
Medellin, Scolari, Protonton, Revlin. Those are the closest counties, towns where I lived.
Mm, that's nice.
It was peaceful. Hmm.
What was something significant about any of those cities that stood out the most?
How I felt made me feel happy. I was free. I was free to roam. I was free to explore. Hmm. Hmm.
Were was there a time where you weren't able to do that? Or did you just stop traveling?
No, I continued to travel. I continued to travel. I enjoyed being free. I didn't want to do what other people did or what was expected of them. I wanted to explore, find my own way.
beautiful.
Mm.
Beautiful. Indeed, you were individual. You traveled many places. Did you have family? Or you traveled alone?
I had family, but I wasn't like the others. Mm, they always did what they were told and what was expected of them, and I didn't want to do that. So I left to find my own way. I left.
Did you, would you say you were alone mostly, or did you find friends?
No, I was alone.
You were alone. Were you safe always?
Sometimes I would find myself in situations, but I always managed to get out, to find my way out, to find a way out.
Okay. So you're very independent, very self sufficient, and very crafty.
Yes, it wasn't like the others.
You didn't want to be told what to do because you just wanted to be free and do what resonated with yourself the most
Yes,
at all cost, really.
yes,
Okay. That's very powerful. Very powerful. Do you ever find a partner or get a family, or you just choose to do your own life all your own all your life?
no, uh, my life on my own.
You live the rest of your life on your own.
Yes,
Okay. Do you get lonely?
I've met I've met people along the way.
But not enough to stay?
Yes,
Why would you? What kept you driving to the next, going on to the next city, or just keep going? What is your end goal or your mission, or what did?
to to learn as much as I can, to explore as much as I can. On to
Is
the
that
next.
is that why you
On to
wrote? You wrote down
yes,
everything.
yes. On to the next adventure. On to the
It's
next experience.
beautiful. Wow, I'm getting you're very crafty that way, very smart, very wise, diligent. There's there was like there wasn't many that came the way you did. You were very unique in that way. They said most beings like you always are in a group, and in many ways, even your spirit guides were kind of worried for you, but they knew you were very crafty and very smart and wise, and they would see the decisions you would make, and they were like, wow, she's this is different, this is a very different being. That's what I'm understanding. It's accurate.
Yes, yes.
It was done like that on purpose. It was done like that on purpose. Like
Mm.
they're saying spiritually, a lot of other beings have learned from your eyes in that lifetime because uh, on the highest perspective, as everything is an experience, all the souls that choose to observe through the beings that are in the physical form, we all learn from your experiences. And you were crafted uniquely in many ways as an experiment to see how would this be if this is what happened? Kind of like that. That's what I'm understanding. Yeah, that's the highest perspective in that way. Do you resonate with that at all?
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful. They said they're very proud of you and how the soul chose that mission. They were kind of afraid, but they knew that you're brave and you'd do just fine. And you did. You proved us all, whoever doubted you, you definitely proved us all wrong. Congratulations. Let's go to the end of that lifetime. Where do you see yourself now?
Happy, content. I stayed true to myself. I followed my instinct and was daring to follow it through. It didn't always go my way, but I was happy that I followed it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Who's around you at this time? Are you already seeing the spirits and ready to go with your spirit guides and angels?
See my spirits. I'm ready to go.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's transition now. Let's transition now. And what was the lesson of that lifetime for that beautiful mermaid?
Dare to be different. Be bold to be different.
Beautiful. Not be afraid to be yourself and much
Yeah,
more.
be authentic.
Yes, most definitely. You were authentic indeed.
Mm.
I'm getting a channeling for that lifetime. They say they want you to go back into that lifetime and find out what else you're missing. There's something very specific about that lifetime they want you to discuss. Can you find yourself back into that lifetime and bring it up? It's unique to the both of you and who you both are as explorers and loners in many ways, because the life of a loner is not understood by many and would like for you to explain that to your highest understanding. Can you do that at this time?
Yes.
And go ahead and explain.
Uh, yeah. Pushing. mm, Not being afraid to push the envelope and exploring and going against the grain. is key to self mastery. Following your gut, not always knowing how things are going to end, but it's what you find in the middle that's most profound, the middle being the journey, the things that you learn about yourself within that journey. You tend to find it's not the easiest life being a loner, but it has its advantages, has many benefits.
Strength for sure.
Yeah,
It takes a
you're
level of strength.
it takes a lot of mental strength, but you have quiet space to constantly access, assess, to reinvent yourself, to learn the different fabrics, you know, that are that make you. Mhm.
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. You definitely have the time to tap into yourself and grow. A certain level of wisdom and age of the soul that comes with that. Not all souls can live a loner life because a lot of times they end up yearning for companionship. The souls that can live a loner life are those that are so old that they understand they're never really alone anyway. There's always companionship, even when you don't see it. Is that correct?
Yes,
So, in many ways, you would say that lifetime was a spiritual journey.
very much so.
A spiritual journey for self, find out who you truly are at the end of the day.
Yes, yes. Journey, journey towards self mastery is important. You tend to get distracted. It's easy to get distracted in midst of companionship because you take the focus off of you. It's constantly thinking about the other person's wants and needs and how to make them grow, which can easily become a distraction to your own growth.
Yes, there's
Yes.
less that comes from being a loner, a travel, especially a traveling loner. Very, very powerful lifetime that was for you. They're saying that there's something in particular about that lifetime that should have stood out to you. Take your time and see if you can see what it is.
Mm,
Very specific, they're saying.
mm.
They're saying there's no need to mention it at this time. It's okay. We can move on if you can't seem to tap into it.
Mm.
They're saying something about grace and thanks and help. I don't know. All right, let's just move on. That was a very, very powerful lifetime. Let's go ahead and once again give love to that lifetime. There's many lessons in that lifetime, very powerful lifetime for it seems to be you and me at this time. um, thank you very much. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and speak to the higher self now. Let's speak to the higher self now. And thank you and all the lifetime and energies. Let's bring forth the higher self, the divine self, and explain to us why they've shown Christina these lifetimes at this time.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Is the higher self there?
Yes.
How are you? And thank you for showing us these lifetimes with all these beautiful lessons. How can we help Christina at this time?
Christina is very stubborn.
In what way?
Sometimes it works to her advantage, and many times it does not. She's tied to a singular way of thinking rather than it being open and receptive in how to experience the journey. She's been resistant, but she's starting to come around. She gets it. She understands what she needs to do. She understands the things that she needs to work on in order to achieve that. She needs to let go of control, let go of the end being only one way in order for it to be fulfilling or a valuable experience, because that is what makes the experience valuable, is being open and receptive within the journey and surrendering control. She's learning how to do that, but she's very resistant.
I see. Does she have a spiritual um journey this lifetime?
Mm. One with yes.
Is she to um because she told me she had a meditation where